There's always news to report, and right now we've got the news in brief. For Trump, he ran on immigration. It was a false way to win an election, saying that the immigrants were taking people's jobs. He knew full well that wasn't true. But it didn't matter. Perception is everything. And he sold it. He sold it to the people that he's going to get rid of criminals in this country. The unfortunate thing is we don't have immigrant criminals. We got DACA kids who came here as babies or were born here and actually pay their way. And years ago, were contributing more than $2 billion to the economy because it costs them to stay in America. It costs them to wait for Congress to find a road for citizenship for them. They pay $495 every other year. So they don't have a free ride. Immigrants don't get automatically Medicare, Medicaid, health care. No siree. But they pay into Social Security. They pay into the system, but they don't get any benefits because they're not made a citizen. And there's not been a path for citizenship for them. It's shame on us. So what has Trump been doing? He's been terrorizing the population at large. Street vendors, flower vendors, rappelling into Chicago at night, taking people out of their beds. And there's no criminals to be had. If you ask me, the people who are the criminals are the folks he's paying over $50,000 a year to, the ICE thugs. They're not acting humanely to anyone, and they're paid to be brutal. Trump's paying them. So he created an artificial reason why people don't have jobs. It's very clear why people don't have jobs. The federal foundation started years ago to say they're for the wealthy. They're for business, big business. They don't care about the little people at all. And you can tell they came up with Project 2025 that Trump is now initializing and making his agenda. They were proud of him in his first term because he actually added 65% of their agenda then. And now he's working full speed ahead for the federal foundation and making sure that Project 2025 is the agenda that his regime goes after. And that agenda is cruel, inhumane, bigoted, racist, white supremacist, and you name it. It's not for people like you and me. No, they don't care about us. In September, in August, when there was food that should have been going to U.S. aid, probably millions of pounds of food, what did they do? They dumped it. And instead, they made people in Virginia and Virginia Beach go hungry. They didn't have any food. No food subsidies were coming in then at all for SNAP. The pantries were overloaded. I spoke to my friends in New Jersey. Pantries have been overloaded with double the number of people coming because they're food insecure. So what's everyone doing? There's resistance. I think the federal foundation and Trump have gone too far. There's no transparency in what they do. They just do it. They do it because nobody stopped them. But there are 500 lawsuits out there against the Trump administration. Doesn't look like he's going to get away with the tariffs either. And now that Congress is back in session, sure, we don't have to think about SNAP provisions for the next year. But come next September, we're going to have to readdress that problem. And come this January, we're going to have to address health care in America. My feeling is you want to get the insurance companies out of making a hell of a lot of money in health care. There's an easy solution, and we got it. Medicaid, you just expand it, and we've got the backbone, the makings of a single-payer healthcare system that's less costly for everyone. So there's a lot we can do. Trump? I think he's trumped himself. His days are numbered. If Epstein files don't get him, the cruelty that he's unleashed on the American public, that's going to get him. And that makes me happy.